You know why I don't like to use you so much? It's because you can only fly up to 15 meters because of the local laws and regulations, even though you're lightweight and amazingly compact, and that irritating battery. I think I can live with the battery, but not with your height performance, man. Sorry, you gotta go back. Hey guys, back in Hyderabad and at my home, as you can see in the background, with the two lovely beasts. This one completed 25,000 kilometers and wow, felt good, and think I finished it in not a record amount of time, but 2.5 years, which is good. And this one I haven't started in a while. Yeah, I had no chance to take it out. One, the third wave is wreaking havoc across the world, not just in India, and the cases have been going up. So be safe. And talking about COVID, my wife's been tested positive, but this was Tuesday when I came back from the trip on Monday. It's not from me because I got tested and I was negative. So she probably went outside and got it from somewhere else. Anyway, not Omicron, but just the regular COVID. I don't know what variant we might end up with. Just be careful, mask up, maintain social distance, and don't go out if you don't need to. I've been staying home for the last 10 days. You don't know because I've been uploading my Ooty vlogs, and oh man, there is so much to talk about Ooty vlogs because interesting. We'll talk at a later point in this video, but just want to give you some updates. She is completely fine. She had only mild symptoms. There was sore throat, cold obviously, and then slight fever, 99 to 100, nothing more than that. It was just for 3 days. She's all fine. She has been isolating in her room for the last 9 days. In fact, from the day I came back, she was in her own room, because whenever I come from a trip, I have the conscious state that maybe I'm carrying something. So for 4 or 5 days I keep away from my mother and wife, just to be on the safe side. And usually I get tested. This time anyway that happened because Manogna was getting tested, so I also got tested and I was negative. She's positive, so luckily it's not from me. So all fine there, nothing to worry. But I just want to say, stay safe, stay indoors, mask up, maintain social distancing, and don't go out unless you need to. In the last week and a half has been a mind the background noise if you hear, because this is what happens when I come outside my room for a change of the scenery. Bear with that. But anyway, this last week and a half has been great for updates to the home, because I had so much time to see where I can get few repairs done, because it's been long due. This is where I parked my Nexon, and these tiles broke and they were applied like 10 to 12 years back. So got some new tiles, and these were the same tiles that were lying in the house for a long time. So this is what we have in the veranda, and yeah, just some cement work. Also the ramp has been changed. They wanted the same finish, but these were purchased in the last minute because these were about to slip, and you want some resistance here. So got this interesting finish of rocks. Let's see if it hold up. And this tree is also breaking up these tiles. The roots were coming up, so I had to do some trimming work there. This was a tree planted by my father like in 2004 or 5. This tree can get irritating when the fruits fall and create such a big mess. But also another point is there will be a lot of bats with this tree. So not a big fan of it, but it gives shade, and anytime love the nature. So that's what I've been up to in the last 10 days. Not too busy, but something to keep my mind active. And there's a lot of work happening in the background about the channel. In case you're new to this channel, go check out the previous videos. If you like them, don't forget to hit like, subscribe and share, because we just crossed 100,000 barrier, and the silver play button should be here in 2-3 weeks. There's a process. So once you cross 100k, you get a notification in your studio, YouTube studio, and there is a coupon code or something which you have to enter in a different site, and they'll ship the silver play button. I think there's a lot of logistics behind a silver play button. I got a message recently that it's being under process, so excited to receive it. That's like my first award ever. Yeah, like feels too good. Anyway, talking about awards, got something very interesting for the channel. Just looking at my hair in the mirror, and I'm realizing that I need to get a haircut and a beard trim, but can't go out. It's so irritating that you can't go out for 9 days. So don't get to that stage where you are stuck at home. Be safe. That's the only thing I can say. And continuing the topic about awards, it's an appreciation for the work, and I think my work is decent, not at a level that I want, so I'm still striving for the best. And in that regard, thank you for everyone for supporting me so far, and I want to take it to the next level. So one help I'm taking in that regard is, you probably heard of Casey Neistat, right? Like, I'm sure many of you. If you haven't, please go check out his videos, lovely videos. I loved his work, but I've never been as much as a fan as Sriman Kotaru, where he is fully inspired by him. I love his work, but I want to learn how he makes videos and what's the process behind it. So I joined his class on monthly.com. So super excited to see how that goes. I'm already like 3-4 days into the session, and in the last 3 days, I think I've learned quite a few things already, and these have been things, some of the things that he was telling were in the back of my head already. Some of the things were technical, those I didn't know. I learned while making videos. So you can learn on your work, or you can study and then do the work. There are two different ways. I like the first part because you get to do work immediately. And in that regard, I'm super excited to learn more about this class. The cost is around $300. How expensive is it depends on what you want from this class. For me, it feels totally worth it. And I'm super excited to shoot the first part of the video, which I'll post on YouTube. Obviously, you can also see that, but it'll be a separate series than this video. The first section of the video is to come up with a short film or a video about an idea that you just come across that you think can be entertaining and fun. So you remember this vacuum cleaner that I bought 2-3 months ago, I think during Diwali sale on Amazon. So this was because at that time my mom got COVID positive and the maid was not coming at home. So I thought this would be useful, and it is useful. This is with the vacuum cleaner, and this is just the dust lying. Look how perfect it is in terms of lines and all. So I need to make a video about the vacuum cleaner. So the idea is, I buy stuff like these vacuum cleaners when I think I need them, but it's been catching dust here. Irony of vacuum cleaners. It's been lying here for almost, what? Since I bought it, I've used it only twice or thrice. So there are so many gadgets or items in my home that I buy when I need them, but I hardly use them. I'm sure you must have some of the items in your house where you buy them because you like them, you want them, you need them, but then you don't use them. So the idea is, what can we do about it? Should we continue? So yeah, that's my work for the next 1 month. Every day, 1 hour, I have to work on these classes and concepts that are being taught. And then I'm also working on some personal transformation things, doing some personal investments. So a lot of stuff happening. I would love to share when we reach a certain milestone. And for the cases class, I'll give you regular updates. So that way you can be updated on what I'm learning, and maybe get few things from there. Because I don't want to put the entire class out there because it's not legal to do so. And you need to respect others' hard work. And talking about hard work, there have been some interesting comments for the Ooty series. So let's go and discuss what they are, shall we? Thought it's better if I put the camera down and talk, because you don't want to be distracted by the motion in the background. So this morning I got up, and usually when I get up, the first thing I do is open the phone and check for notifications. And I saw a notification about a comment. I get and read 99.9% of comments, by the way. In case you haven't seen my feelings about that comment on Instagram, the link's here. I posted it on YouTube too, and there were like so many comments on that post. Not a YouTube video or a story, just a post. Because it polarized the opinion, but I think majority were understanding where I'm coming from. But for the ton of those who haven't understood, here is the background story. And there was this YouTube comment which mentioned exactly the same thing. I don't want to disclose the name, but this subscriber of mine, have been following me for a long time, wrote me very nicely in terms of why he didn't like the video or why he doesn't feel like watching the video. When I get feedback or constructive feedback, I always take it. If you have been following me since my beginning journeys, or even like last year, you know I love feedback. I grow on feedback. I want to improve every time, because improvement is the only constant. I want to make this channel as better as possible, and no better way than to get feedback. But on average, let's say if I'm getting 60,000-70,000 views for a typical video, sometimes it is around 100,000, sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more, but on average I don't get beyond 1,000 comments. It's usually in the low hundreds. It doesn't represent the entire population of viewers, and when I say entire population, please don't generalize, guys. There are a few comments where they said, when I said Indians have a general habit of comparing to other people, I didn't mean the entire population. You're smarter than that. It's just a term that is used loosely to make sure you understand, because I have lived abroad for 5 years. I know how, to some extent, people in Canada and US think, and how Indians, to some extent, again, I can't pinpoint or name every individual in India, right? It's just a loose term that is used. Anyway, the reason I'm trying to explain this is I know comments usually don't represent the entire viewer's opinion, but it's just that that comment struck me a lot because I've been putting up with that since almost 2015, since I started the channel. My channel started in July or August 2015 when my cousin gave me a GoPro and I felt like shooting something. But till 2019, it was just a casual hobby for me. So all throughout this path, I was constantly compared with my friend Shriman. Before Shriman is a YouTuber, before I'm a YouTuber, we both are friends. We met through biking. We didn't meet after being YouTubers. So for me, friendship comes first, but it's just that it was always in the back of my mind where it was always bugging me that people are saying, you should have posted before Shriman. You should do solo rides and not go with him. He's trying to take your content or you're trying to take his content. It's just that we both have our unique styles. Yes, we travel together. Yes, we shoot videos. Yes, there is some similarities in terms of the travel style, which I'm trying to evolve from. It's just not an overnight process. The reason I'm into EVs is because I want to have my own signature, and that's why I was focusing on EVs. But a big part of my life is traveling with motorcycles with my friends. So I'm not going to stop just because one comment. What I'm trying to say to is there will be such videos like the OT trip videos, and if you look at the 4 episodes that are there, the views come down. This happens with every YouTuber. If you notice, even the bigger ones, the first 2-3 days or episodes or volumes in their series of travel vlogs have the highest views and they come down. But if you look at, that's because we have a habit assuming, okay, both of like MSK and another friend of his were traveling the same trip. The other friend also has a YouTube channel, but his views were low. I think Nikhil and Shanice gets to some extent I think impacted. Rohit, me, Shriman, when we travel together, some of our views get impacted. Even Shriman views get impacted if I post first. It shouldn't be the case. That's what I'm trying to tell people, that you should watch if the content is interesting. Unfortunately on YouTube what happens is you see the thumbnail and you see the title. That's it. You get a small preview, few seconds preview, but you don't see the entire picture. So it's like, I can't compare this with anything else, but it's just that don't judge a book by its cover. Stop looking at stuff in the same way, even if it's done in the similar time. So what I was trying to say in my feedback on that comment was, same people, there are a lot of people who have gone to Ooty, there are a lot of motovloggers who have gone to Ooty, shot the same location, similar way, yet people watch. If 2 YouTubers go at the same time and shoot the same videos in the same hotel with the same group of friends, it doesn't mean they will have the same content. You have to watch it, and if there is same, if the content is literally same, if they're saying the same stuff, if they're showing the same drama, if they're showing the same action, then give me a feedback saying, for instance, the conversations I have with Shiva and Shriman are different when Shriman shows the conversations I have with Shiva or someone else. It can't be the same, right? Yes, we have a target location in mind, we go. But what I say when I'm going to that location is different to what Shriman thinks. What the point that he would cover is different. It's just the style is the same. We are trying to evolve ourselves, he's trying to adapt, but it's not like same content yaar, kyun dekhna hai? Please don't have that attitude, because there are a few comments where one was lecturing me about why I should not take this seriously and take it as a constructive feedback. On YouTube, if you open a video and check out the comments below, you would see only the good ones or the comments that I haven't deleted, but you won't see the spam that I get. There is a lot of harassment and bullying that happens. There are a lot of bad stuff that goes on in the comment section, and I get to see that. I think there's namaz going on, just give me a second. I get to see the bad stuff. You don't get to see. YouTube does some part of filtering, but when I open those spam messages, it is really bad. And this is a bigger topic in the sense that how digital information spreads from one person to the other and how it's perceived is a bigger problem in the world. In fact, presidents won over bad information or false information. So please guys, my only request to you is just tell me if it's good or bad. Just tell me if there is something I can improve in terms of, let's say, the angle, camera angle, the mic audio, or the resolution, or just the content itself. If it's boring, feel free to tell me. I'll be happy to take that feedback. But just don't tell me It's the same content, that's why I'm not watching. There are tons of videos. I still remember from the Lay series, the Pangong video. It still has one of the least number of views for such kind of video. I mean, I'm not saying it's a great video or great content to be watched by a million people, but I'm sure more than half of my subscribers haven't seen some of my tour videos, travel videos, because they think they have seen it already. And all I can say is, I'm sorry you're missing out on a lot of stuff. Besides that, I can't tell you. I usually don't get bothered by it. It's just that this is happening since 5 years and you're only seeing my reaction now. After a point, few things can impact even the strongest of persons. Just wanted to share my opinion to the public, and I'm not expecting a response. I'm just saying, if you don't like the content, don't watch it. No one's stopping you. If you like it, glad you loved it. Share it if possible. Spread the message. And if you want to feel like comment, if you're so engaged that you want to comment, you shouldn't be negative for someone. We have enough negativity in the world. Let's just be positive. That's my only message, guys. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of comments here again for this, but that's okay. That's part of digital life. In fact, a friend of mine who wanted to start a channel for his kid, the first thing I said is, are you okay with negative stuff online? And he was like, then let me just do it a private channel with the family members. You're missing out on a lot of creativity because of the bad stuff out there. I just wish there was better policing, and all the people who are taking that extra time to comment, my only request is, let's just be nice to everyone, यार. सबको तारीफ करने का ज़रूरत नहीं है, just सबको गाली मत दे दो unnecessarily. Just like, anyway, if you want to see more creative stuff, let's have a positive flow of energy. That's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And in case you're watching this night time, have a good night and take care. Bye bye. That's it.